close to vintage color. So, and I love how it's look. So we take resin and very slowly pouring into mold. If you have a lot of inclusions, many inclusions, so I would recommend to do this in layers. Just you do first layer, then let it dry or let it be thickener, and then do another layer. So this way you won't prevent many bubbles if you have, and big movement into your mold. It also depends what kind of inclusions do you have. Oops. So it's doing like that. Also, if you want, some people would like to have some frosty look. Like I am doing right now, I am doing translucent color, so it will be, you will see all clear. But some people like to do, like me, I like to experimenting with colors and stuff. So if you will add some pigment, just little bit, teeny drop of pigment, or maybe powder, just special for resin. So, and mix with resin, it will give you just like frosty, beautiful look. Not clear, but kind of foggy look. So it's just so amazing and so beautiful. I won't show you today how it's made, but maybe next time I will show how to do this frosty, beautiful look. So I just want to say that it will be, this frosty look will be good with vintage style as well. So just beautiful stuff. So I'm just help to put in a place. So as I said, if you do couple layers, you won't have such a problem. Your stuff won't be rise up. So here is, as you see, we have a little bit resin penetrate. I don't know if you see this. So does the paper get behind the resin then? Yeah, if you want seal your paper, yes, it will get thrown behind and it will be penetrated, and it might be create some problem. But as I said, you have to seal it your paper with 2 or maybe 3 coats. So you have to seal prepared your paper, or it will be resin will be go through paper and it will create dark spots. So if you don't want this, just you have to seal it. So as here, as I said before, I wanted to do vintage look, so I coated my paper just with 1 coat from both sides. And as we see, we have kind of, I don't know if it's possible to, I see, because I have good light from my window, we have kind of oops, I have leaks, kind of like resin penetrated and create kind of vintage look, like I don't know how to explain this look. I have just a spots that penetrated with resin. It's become they looks kind of like old stuff, like it's gone a lot of time, so looks like paper is old, and so I just want to add a little more on top. Usually better to a little bit down to your bangle, so because resin shrinks and sinks down. So a little bit here I need to. So it looks like she moved the paper forward when adding resin and slowly pour it behind. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't understand first question. Yeah, sorry, my English, I am still learning, so I'm very much apologize for that. Yeah, if you pour in, if you already placed your picture So you have to pour, better yes, if you will pour from inside and outside kind of mold, like from both sides. So this way you will kind of make even everything. So the paper will stay just like exactly in a resin mold, not just like from one side. So usually, to be sure that all your paper stay in resin, usually you can take like toothpick and just make sure that you all resin go behind. So this way we won't be sticking out paper when it's will cured. So you just make sure that resin behind the paper and front, of course. So just like making sure that everything in the right places, everything like in good shape. So here is. Thank you for talking me out of your day to make these videos. Not a problem. Anytime, Cassandra. How are you today? Okay, Jennifer. I would love to see you make a dandelions orb. Yeah, I know. Not ready yet to make a tutorial. Maybe someday. Not sure when, but maybe someday. So, yeah, I have a lot of requests for dandelion tutorial, but not sure yet if I want to make it, because I sell this stuff. So, but anyway, I already sharing my knowledge about how I cast. It's not difficult really. It's just like you have to do this constantly. You have to screw up a lot of orbs, dandelion orbs. You have to experimenting. It just, as you know, dandelions are just so fragile flowers, so it's just so very difficult to work with. So you have to just experiment and screw up stuff and just learn from this. Then you will figure out. It's not difficult really. You just have to be very patient about what you're doing. I'm very patient about what I'm doing. I don't know what can stop me because I love what I'm doing. This is what I love to do. So do the fake flower ever bleed? Do they need to be you know, I don't know really. I didn't cast a lot of fake flower. These ones that I bought in Michael, they're not bleeds. No, they don't. I already casted a couple of times. I just was experimenting with this. So they not bleed in a resin. I will show again which one I bought. These ones, $1.99. So regular fake flowers, teeny ones. So they're not bleeding, nothing. They look perfect. They also don't change color, nothing. They just look perfect, like just from the store. So here is what we have. Yeah. So I think this is what I want to show today. Nothing difficult, just how to seal paper and make a little vintage look. So alcohol ink usually help, or powder. So of course pictures, good nice picture. Some inclusions, if you will add to the pictures around some inclusions, so it will be just look perfect. Just will be beautiful and nice. So what else I wanted to... Here I am. So also I would like to show which mold will be work great with vintage stuff. They look just kind of like, for me it's very vintage look. So this one, my favorite one also. All my molds are favorite. I don't know any molds, if I will took from my store, I will say this is my favorite one. So I love my molds. Especially I selected them very slowly, so it's take a lot. It's took take a lot of time to find nice base to make this. It's take a lot of time. This is why I don't have so many molds available, like I don't know, 1,000 2,000 molds. I don't have it. I have 120, I think. So they all thoroughly selected, and I was collect them. I was looking for them. I spent a lot of money for them to make them perfect. So all my molds, they just the best one. I'm sorry, it's true. So this one, MB 117. I think some vintage stuff, they just will be looks kind of amazing. So I didn't use this mold today. Maybe someday I will show how to work with this big one. Just beautiful one. Beverly, where do you buy your molds for your bracelets? Molds? What do you mean? No, I don't buy molds. I'm looking for some interesting shape bracelets. I'm buying bracelets with very special interesting shape, and then I am working with them like base for molds. So I don't buy molds. I make them. I make molds. This is also one of my business that I love to do. So I spend a lot of time, a lot of money to make it the best, and I use the best silicone on the market for nowadays. So it's not cheap silicone, but it's the best one. Okay, nice Beverly. So as I said, it's take a lot of time to make something really good. So if you want to make some beautiful resin bangle, you will spend a lot of time, believe me. It won't be like you bought mold and you cast some stuff inside and it might come up nice, but you need to learn how to finish the bangle. As yesterday I was shown how to finish bangle, how to send out edges and doming with resin. So this is how bangle become beautiful. So here is my favorite one, like anyone. So here is another one, also very good mold for any inclusions and pictures. MB034. Tracy Stewart. Is a drying time more than you add alcohol into resin? Drying time? Not really. No, it's not. It's just similar time, no differences. So, okay, here is this one that you can use with any included flowers, pictures, any small subject, I don't know, animals, so what else, vintage inclusions, anything. It's awesome, pretty clear, pretty good to work with. So also for this question, no, resin doesn't cure so fast when you put alcohol or maybe another dyeing. Usually it's not no any reaction. But if you over pour some dye, yeah, it could be cured so fast. You have to know what amount you have to put in a resin. If it will be over, so it's my cure fast, but then it won't be completely cured. It will be stay bendy. So your item could be stay very bendy of many colors and dyes and resin. So here is Okay, I think we're done for today. So I don't know if you have another question or suggestions or recommendation, so please just contact me or leave your comments. I will be answered. So also, Stephanie, you are make by me with all you bungles. Oh. Yeah, okay. You're funny. So, okay guys, have a great day. So, what else? Stay tuned. I will be make more videos. So I have fun and I am enjoying this live stream Facebook. So just so interesting stuff. So stay tuned and I will come up with more videos. And we'll see. Bye bye.